Impression about your new role today.
It's a great pleasure, honor to represent Maryland County. Firstly, I give God the glory for His grace and mercy. His grace and mercy have sustained us over the years. Secondly, my gratitude to the people of Maryland County. Those of you who are not familiar with the politics in Maryland County, it has been a difficult task for any sitting senator to succeed himself. So it's like I have broken the record. So my gratitude to Maryland County and my people, my staff, all my campaign team, for the confidence that they have reinforced in me. Marylanders, I'm so proud of you. So for me, my impression is the gratitude of Marylanders to say yes, it has been over years that we haven't had that time to give somebody a second chance. But let's try it in the ground. So that's my first impression. It scares me as well. How do I, Gbleh, do these things that the people want? And so I want to assure Marylanders that I will not let them down. I will do everything within my power to justify that confidence that they have reposed on me. So all of my campaign teams, all of those that work with me, my office staff, like the honorable man standing here, I'm so grateful. And to you, the press, because Maryland is far off. It is through you that Marylanders hear and see what we do. So I'm grateful to the press. I look forward to working along with you.
Well, all along you've been battering, you've been at neck. Your opponent took a complaint against you. You went on with this, and certainly you came up victorious. Is this something that worth celebrating at the moment?
No, that one I will not dignify because I think it was highly political. We knew that we were coming to these elections. And so some of our opponents tried to keep me. The attempt was to keep me in the battle while these elections are ongoing. But at the end, they saw the futility, so they decided not to go further because there were no real plans.
Well, lastly, from me, today we witnessed you being elected on web ballot as chairperson on rules, order, and administration. Tell us the impression. The last position that we know you held was the chair on the internal affairs.
I cherish the position of chair on internal affairs, governance, and reconciliation because you know that I'm from the background of local government. I serve as superintendent of Maryland County, and so when I became chair on internal affairs, it was something that I knew, so I did it with passion. And we did so many things, but what I accomplished as chair on internal affairs was that the passage of the Local Government Act. That act was proposed by President Salih when I was superintendent. It was in 2010. I came to it was this not Sacred Pier, but one of the towns in Bon County where we launched it. But it never passed until I came to the legislature. And so when they made me chair of internal affairs, it was one of the things I saw to do. And we did a lot of presentations at the legislature. We did a lot of debates about it. We did a lot of regional consultative meetings, and finally we had it passed in 2018. It was approved. We passed it, and it was approved by the legislature. So it's something that I'm living behind. It's my contribution as chair on internal affairs governance.
But finally, from my end,
so from the rules order administration, I'm coming with a lot of experience in terms of administration. So I try to bring sanctity to this position. The first task I'm going to do now is two immediate tasks before I settle down. Is to make sure all of the elected senators have their offices. And the second thing that we'll have to work on is that, as we are aware, that next Monday, the entire country will be seated here. So it's my goal to make sure that on our side of the legislature there will be that enabling environment that will allow dignitaries to come here. In a smooth atmosphere for us to induct the elected president of Liberia and his vice president. So those are the immediate tasks I have as chairman. We'll make sure that there's adequate security, there's a lot of preparations, we have good bathrooms, we have the whole atmosphere here is conducive for such activity. So those are the two things I will start working on before I sit down to talk about issues of starving. So I'm excited to do that. I want to get my work running as of today.
Senator, finally from my end, what kinds of Senate do you envisage?
If you look at
on the 55th legislature,
if you look at the composition of the characters in there, you see former foreign ministers, you see former speakers, you see senior speakers, you have people from that diverse background. In the legislature or the Senate is where people bring their experiences on board. So the caliber of people I see in there, I think we're going to have a very, very strong Senate. And the reason why I feel that way is that not many of the people are from the ruling party. Yeah, you see a lot of collaboration from